stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Damon Albert in the building, my guy. His first time in New York City. Welcome.
First time, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm surprised
Appreciate
it's your
it.
first time in New York City.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I just times now, I guess.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like with all the music you've been making and, you know, all the people you work with and things like that, I mean, I would have thought that you would have had at least, like, you know, couple New York trips under your belt at this point.
Yeah. No, I've always wanted to for sure, but we've been like Seattle, LA. back
Okay,
and
just
forth.
like a little back and forth stuff, right?
But now that I came out here, I love it. I want to come back here all the time.
Well, we're
For
excited
sure.
to have you here, man.
No, me too. I really appreciate it.
Have you been doing any touristy shit yet?
Touristy shit? Not really, nah.
Nah, not
Really,
yet.
nah. I want to though.
Soon?
Yeah, soon.
You gotta take
for
them to
sure.
Times Square. Yo, I actually drove through Times Square like 2 weeks ago. I wanted to off myself, but I hope you have a great time.
Yeah, the traffic is crazy.
Yeah, the traffic is crazy. But you're from the West Coast. Where in the West Coast are you from originally?
Seattle.
So you're from
Seattle,
Seattle
Washington.
originally. I'm actually
Yes,
going to
sir.
Seattle in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah.
my first time in Seattle. So I'm gonna ask you this, right?
Yeah.
What's there to do in Seattle that's fun? Like, what do you enjoy doing in Seattle?
I mean, you can always go hit like a Seahawks game or Mariners game.
Okay.
It's a lot of beautiful nature. If you go like a little bit out of the city, there's a lot of hikes. The water too, beautiful. Pike
Yep.
Place. You know, a lot of great food. You know, so you'll have fun for sure.
Where in Seattle exactly did you grow up?
So I grew up like 20 minutes north
Mm.
of the city, but like all through my childhood, I was bouncing around. I was living like an hour from the city, 20 minutes from the city, in the city, 20 minutes south of the city. I was
Yeah.
just bouncing around my whole childhood. Yeah.
Okay. What was the reason for like the bouncing around? Just like
I mean, so like I was adopted
Mhm.
at an early age. So when I was born, it was like 20 minutes north of the city, and then moved to when I got adopted, moved to like another suburb, similar area, and then just as I was growing up, we moved a little closer to the city, and then I got like lived with some friends. Like I was just moving around a bunch, you know. Yeah.
Okay. Now, with that moving around, like, was it hard to kind of like continue to make new friends in different areas? Were you able to keep in contact with people?
No,
Like-
yeah. Seattle's so small that like
Uh-huh.
everyone knows everyone. So
for
like,
real? Okay.
the transitions weren't that hard, you know.
So you're able to make it work.
Yeah.
Well,
for
when
sure.
when in like that time of you doing all that moving around and growing up, did like music first start taking a major role
For sure.
within your life?
Yeah, music's always been like one of the core things in my life. Like my family, my biological family, super musical. You know, my mom always singing around the house. My brother, he was rapping. It was just like right in front of me, you know. And then when I got adopted, the family I got adopted into, they were super musical as well. So they seen I had like an interest in music, so they started having me play drums at like the local
Oh,
church.
fire, yeah.
And like in church is really where I like fell in love with music, because the melodies is just a whole different game there. So I started playing instruments there, and as I got into high school, it was like SoundCloud area, you know. So like everyone could do anything from your bedroom, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
facts,
Make
yeah.
a song from your bedroom. So I just started messing around, recording myself, and just fell in love with it.
Like BandLab, FL Studios.
Yeah.
We always used to fuck around on GarageBand, even though like GarageBand was not the best platform
was
to make
GarageBand.
songs on.
The Apple earbuds, garage.
Yep, with the Apple earbuds. Yep. But
for
so
sure.
how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, you're 20.
Yeah.
But like I'm 27, and I remember like the GarageBand era was crazy because like we swore we were making heat on it, but we really need like FL Studios
No,
or
for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying, or Pro Tools or some shit like that.
I mean, nowadays you can make really good music off your phone, like BandLab,
Yep.
GarageBand.
Shout out BandLab. Yep.
They're all really good now, but back in the day, I feel like it was definitely.
Oh, you said GarageBand's better now?
I think so. Yeah, my
Okay.
friend, he records on GarageBand.
For real?
Just for fun, you know.
Everybody I know who makes music uses BandLab. They say BandLab.
Yeah, BandLab's it for sure. When I'm like at the house and I can't get to the studio, I just plug in my AirPods. I mean, not AirPods, earbuds, and just start recording ideas. You know.
You still use the wires
Nah.
Okay.
But for BandLab, you got to.
for BandLab?
You know what I mean?
John's a wire boy.
So,
Yeah, John loves his wired headphones.
No, for
but
sure.
so then like obviously like how do you get discovered by rest in peace the greatest Draco the Ruler?
Yeah.
You know how do you first get discovered by some of these guys that from the West Coast and LA that you've had the pleasure of working with?
For sure. So like throughout high school, like ever since I started first recording, it was really just I just loved music so much that like I just gave it so much energy. Like it was like I was in school, but like all my energy was going to music. You know what I mean? So I was just recording and recording and recording, and over time, like my sound was getting better. Obviously, you know. So me and my friends, we decided we're gonna take like a trip to LA just to see what we can do. But it was really for fun too. We were just having fun. You know what I mean? Drove from Seattle to LA, and we were recording a lot, and it was actually the last day in LA. We were supposed to drive back to Seattle, and we were just I think we were in like the fashion district, like downtown.
Yeah.
We seen a Rolls Royce, and we're like, I wonder who that is. You know what I mean? Because it's LA, like anyone could be there. And we were just guessing and guessing and guessing, and then he pulls up to the light, and we're like, bro, that's Draco the Ruler. That's crazy. So my friend who's driving, he rolled down the window, and he's like, he makes music, talking about me, and turned the music up, and Draco heard enough where he was like, yo, follow me. So we followed him to a video shoot. I hopped in the Rolls Royce. My first time in a Rolls Royce, so I was like, this shit's crazy. It felt so surreal, you know? Because, like, all through high school, it was like, Draco, 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 especially in Seattle, like the West Coast in general, you know what I mean? So to be with him was like crazy, crazy experience all around. But like, yeah, I played him the music and he liked it. He was like, I see something. So he brought me along. We went to the studio the same night and recorded the song that got put on his album.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was just like the craziest day of my life, bro. You know what I mean? It was wild.
And that song was like the second, third song on the project, I think?
Yeah, it was like
that?
I think it's the second song.
Yeah, the second song on the project. That's crazy. And you got like the craziest placement too.
No,
for like
real.
a new artist at the time. Also like to do the song with Draco and then to have it on the second.
Yeah,
like,
that album too. Like that album was
that
so
album's legendary. Yeah, that album's incredible.
For sure.
I love that, man. But well, of course, rest in peace, Draco. But kind of moving on. So after we like go past that and like even we look at like Matt Ox to work with Greedo.
Yeah.
How do you like continue to make these connections? Is it through like when you were still with Draco and Draco was around, or how did that happen? How did those come about?
Yeah, so like Draco just had me around a lot, so I was just soaking in as much as I could, and Draco's such a legendary artist, you know what I mean? So like I feel like a lot of the stuff is off the strength of what Draco was doing for me, like especially the Greedo song. Him and Draco were so tight, so to have that moment too was like. It was a little surreal, you know what I mean? Because Greedo just got out, and then it was like similar situation with Draco. Draco just got out, gave me the song, and then same thing with Greedo, you know what I mean? So it was like, that was a moment I feel like was off the strength of Draco, you know what I mean? Just like putting his hand out and stamping me a little bit, for sure.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Well, we got the Love on the Line series that we had this year, right?
Yeah.
3 parts.
Yeah.
Out now.
Yeah.
All came out this year.
Yes, sir.
Right? What was the decision to drop a trilogy of like albums or albums, tapes? What are we calling this? Tapes? Like tapes?
Yeah,
like tapes. What was the decision to drop a trilogy of tapes like this year?
So like these are all songs I've actually released over the year, like as singles. So I dropped like 40-something songs over last year, and then we just thought it'd be a good idea to like compile them into projects so it's a little more digestible for the listener, you know?
Because you release so much.
Yeah, I release a lot of music.
Now, what's kind of like the thought process behind releasing so much for you? Like, 'cause, is it kind of like an NBA YoungBoy mentality? Is it a Draco mentality? Like, where did you kind of get to, I'm just going to release mad singles? Like, you said what, like 40 songs this year?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's around there. I definitely a lot of that's from Draco because he was always just
dropping,
you know what I mean, back to back, never wasted a second. And I'm also just in the studio so much, you know what I mean, that I make so much music, and it's like if I make a song and then just keep staying in the studio for like 3 more weeks, I'm gonna have like 10 other songs, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So then it's like if we like the song, we're gonna put it out, so it doesn't, you know what I mean, get lost in all the other music I make.
Right, yeah. Because I get it. Like, you want to flood, but also, the bodies of works is, like, smart. Because I think I peeped, like, Yachty's kind of doing something like that a way where he's, like, kind of, called it, like, the waterfall, where it's, like, he has one project, and then one comes
we got
out
a couple of those, too.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, one new song and then, like, three
old songs. Yeah, shit like that.
For sure.
It's a good idea, honestly. It's a smart method to go.
Most definitely.
So, like, where are you at now musically? So now that we have like these 3 projects out, we got the new single out. Like, what is kind of like the direction of Damon like for the rest of this year and going forward?
I'm trying to take it as high as I can take it. I'm trying to learn as much as I can right now. 'Cause you feel me? A lot of stuff that's happening right now is like my first time experiencing certain stuff, like coming to New York for music, stuff like that. So I'm really trying to soak it in as much as I can, and then have that reflect into the music, you know, like, cause I'm always about to put the music first, you know what I mean, like the sonics and just the passion behind it. That's super important to me, and you know, I got a team I trust to like help handle all the other stuff, so I can like fully focus on creating.
Yep.
So right now I'm just on the music, just locked in the studio, traveling, trying to see new places, experience new things. But yeah, I got a project coming out, a lot of singles, a lot of new music. Yeah.
What's the project coming out by the end of this year?
Yeah.
With the being in New York for the first time, right? Is there anything like specifically out here that you're trying to accomplish musically, like whether it's like working with somebody or like I don't know, like what do you feel like is for, or obviously you know you're doing press stuff, but what's kind of like the main goal for you out here on this trip?
I mean, since this is my first time, I've really been soaking it, just trying to soak everything in, see the city, see the people, see like just everything I can, you know. But obviously a lot of press stuff, super important with this trip, and then I haven't got a chance to like really lock in the studio yet since I've been here, so I kind of just want to record, just catch a vibe, you know what I mean? See what I can make out here. So
Word. So the project coming out the end of this year. The trilogy of 40 songs that we put out this year out now. Freestyle now. By the time y'all see this, so go check that out.
Yes,
you know what
sir,
I'm saying?
check that.
What else? Is there anything else that the people got to know before we have you perform?
Man, just lots of new music. I'm coming really hard this year. Trying to give you the best music I can. You know what I mean? Just improve everywhere I can. So yeah, it should be an exciting year.
Word.
Sure.
Well, I'm excited for you, man.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate you having me come through.
Huh?
I said I appreciate you having me come through.
Of course, man. Well, congrats on everything that you've done. A lot more wins on the way. So go check out everything he has out now. Freestyle now by the time you'll see this, so go run that up. Let the people know they can follow you at. Anything else you want to let the fans know?
Yeah.
Now's the time to do it. This camera on the right here.
You can follow me at Damon Elbert, DamonElbert on all platforms, Spotify, Instagram, all the platforms. It's the same handle, so tune in.
There you go. Well, make sure you go follow him. Go run up everything he has out now. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, Damon Elbert on the radar. We out. Bow. My guy.
Thank you.